Please say a big hello to everyone who's tuned in today.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nyawera, and I am so excited to be here with you today, Chipo.
What up?
So excited to be here with you at PAL Radio. I have wanted to make this stop for a long time, and so I'm so happy that I'm doing it with you now.
What's taking it so long, man? What's taking so long?
New Janita. You know, this is quite a coveted platform. It's true.
Look at you. You'll not come and do that here at me up in the morning. Yeah, someone is tuning in and I've never heard of Nyawera, which would be very shocking.
Oh, really? Why would it be shocking?
Beats me.
Oh.
But in case they're tuned in, who is Nyawera Gashugi?
Nyawera Gashugi is a blessed little girl. She is a content creator. She's a girl who just likes good conversations. And I do this on different platforms, whether it's on YouTube through Misunderstood, whether it's on a TV station, KTN, every Friday and Sunday, whether it's on WhatsApp messages with my friends, whether it's in person with tea. Mina penda tuma story. I just like good conversation. Because one of the things I am passionate about is giving understanding to different things and happenings in life so that you don't necessarily have to go thinking about them. So things I've gone through, things I've learned, things I've read, things I've been exposed to, I share them through that platform.
All right, Nyawera, we're asking guys today, what are two most important qualities or character traits for a friend to possess? Now, you and I have been friends for maybe 10, 12 odd years.
Wow, matching t-shirts.
Never.
Okay, I'll put a panny phone.
But let me just ask you real quick, what are some important character traits for a friend to possess?
Well, I think loyalty. Loyalty is a big one. But I think another trait that's very important for me, Nyawera, is vulnerability. If you're really my friend, then that's a trait I must see. And I don't think vulnerability is just when you're going through thick things. It's also when you're going through good times. Like, I need to celebrate your wins with... I need to celebrate your wins with you. I need to be there with you when you're going through hard times. So those two are very important for me.
Loyalty. Let's start with loyalty. What does loyalty mean to you, Nyawera?
Loyalty means... one, you don't worship me.
Does it mean we like all your posts?
No.
There's some I've skipped myself.
Our friendship is on the rock. You didn't see me, I didn't text you last week. But I think loyalty, Chipo, it's for me, it's a sense of consistency. Yeah, that like I can depend on you. You're faithful to what you've promised in terms of our friendship. So that's what I perceive as loyalty. It's not necessarily texting and calling every 2 hours. No.
Is it picking your side in every single confrontation you're in?
No, that's a great question, Chipo. It's not picking your side. It's actually being honest. Is that I can be wrong, but being my friend, you can tell me that is wrong. And I think that's what loyalty is. It's a hard thing to do. But let me let you know that I'm not saying this because I am the master in it. I'm saying this because it's something I also desire to become better in.
Is it something you've had to do yourself?
It's a hard thing to do. Calling a friend and checking them, or being called and checking them, is not easy. But I've come to realize that once you cross that line and you can do it, it becomes easier for you to become friends for longer.
Who are your oldest friends?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. My dad and my
Clearly.
sisters. Baraka, let me also let you know something. I speak about friendship now because I know so much now. But this is to mean that I've also had my fair dealing with friendship. I've been in very great relationships and I've been in very yucky relationships, not because of always the other person, but also because of me. So I've come to learn over time that, you grow up and you realize, oh, that was really shady, Nyawera, or, oh, that was really shady for you to accept it.
Give me an example.
So, there's so many things. So, one of the things I speak about greatly on Misunderstood, a platform that everybody should follow, subscribe to, and listen to, is something called seasonal friendship. It's really the ability to know that people are in your life for a particular season. And an example would be that I would hold on to friends thinking that they should be with me, and I'm so angry when they leave, but really they were not meant to be there for that long. And so I had to learn the hard way that I need to realize this season is for Baraka, Chipo and I to be friends. This season is for Moji and I to be friends. This season is for so-and-so and I to be friends. And when it's done, I need to be okay with it.
How do you handle breakups, friendship breakups?
Oh, great. Now I handle them better because
Let's start with the past. How are you handling them?
It was so messy, Baraka. I'm a serial ghost
You'd
star.
tweet them.
No, okay, calm down.
Troll them. I find it funny how...
It's funny how people behave this way when you're thinking about
like,
them. No. In the past, I was very nasty because I would ghost you, I'd go missing, I'd go quiet, which is a bad trait because I'm really telling you that I don't want to talk to you and you're not worth knowing why I don't want to talk to you. But I think now, because I know better, Baraka, I'm trying to communicate a bit better. By God's grace, I haven't been in the situation where I need to end a friendship. At least not in this season I'm in currently.
But if you were to break up
With a friend.
so to speak,
How would I go about it?
do you send them a text?
I
Do you
would
call
rather
them?
now meet
Voice
them.
note?
No, meet the voice note.
Yeah.
Why so impersonal?
Like make it a bit personal, but yet impersonal.
No.
So they hear your voice, not just a text.
Meet them.
Meet them.
Yeah,
And tell them.
And you tell them.
That's not me, it's you.
No, you tell them.
It's the both of us.
I think language is so important. You
English.
start with why it worked. What was the highs? What did you enjoy about the friendship? And then now later transition into the reality that this thing isn't working. I don't have the grace anymore for this friendship. I don't have, things are changing and I should be okay with that.
All right, when we're back, I'm going to give you some scenarios of some friendship that's going on. And you can tell us how to either break up with people or how to make amends. You know, sometimes we're the problem.
Aye. You need to say it again louder for the room, please.
Sometimes we are the problem.
Absolutely.
But this I don't mean I mean you mostly. But sometimes we are the problem in the friendship, and we'll get other people to come and like support us and say, yeah. Hannah is the problem, but
Yeah.
we are the problem.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Baraka, in friendships, something people don't get to say often is that it's two individuals. Meaning, I need to be aware of Nyawira and who I am and my flaws before I start to load them on you and start thinking that you should behave a certain way. Hey man, you're not God. And that should be a reality in friendships, that I need to be okay with the fact that I also mess up. I also can offend you. I also can hurt your feelings. I need to be aware that I do that also. So that when you do it to me, and I think one of the things I hate saying is that people are toxic, and that's a reason to end a friendship, because really toxicity, it works in an environment. You either allowed it or you are part of it also. So I'm not very quick to slap the word, that's a toxic person. No.
But at what time do you cut off a relationship? What time do you know?
Great.
Sasa imefika wakati.
Great. I don't believe in cutting relationships.
At all?
No, I think it's ungodly. And
Hey.
Absolutely. And yeah. Me, I'm deep. I told you I'm your in-house wisdom. I'm here for you. Call me Solomon now. And I wish people could see it, but there's an illustration I use often about this long rope. And if you're listening, you can envision it in your mind.
Okay.
Is if this whole long rope is your friendship, you need to tie knots, not cut the rope. So tying a knot is a boundary you're creating. You're just saying you can only get this far. But cutting off people means that, Baraka, something I've learned is that every answer you're looking for comes from God, but God uses people to them. Someone came into your life and you just don't cut them off. There's something they came with. And so when you cut them off, you're telling them, sikutaki. But when you tie a knot, you're telling them, I'm going to untie it when I'm ready to receive what you're saying without forcing issues. So tie the knot, don't cut the relationship.
What if they came to this relationship with a debt and they asked me for money? Waliniomba do na wajalipa hii deni na si mara kwanza mara pili.
The hardest thing is money and friendship, Baraka. It's the elephant in the room. If I decide to bless you, and because everybody who's listening should by now know that Chipo and I are friends, but one of the things that's so interesting is that if I need money from you, you and I wouldn't have an awkward conversation about it, because we've had more intimate discussions about things that are happening in our lives, and that allows for me to be able to tell you that I'm going through a hard time. But you just can't rock up into someone's life and say, hey, ile deni yangu utalipa. No, it doesn't work that way. There's a level to which you can start those conversations. It doesn't start from day one.
Help me, and this is very personal. I don't know how to ask for my money back. I don't know how to ask. When guys ask whether I don't know how to ask for my money back. If I give you money, if I loan you money and you're my homie, I don't know how to ask for money back. How do I ask for money back?
Just meet them, Baraka.
Pesa tunatoa pia kumit.
No, you can. I'm not saying have a meal. I'm saying you can be like, you just find out. Uko wapi?
Kimathi Street.
Yeah, let's meet at Kimathi Street.
Hapo at the statue.
Exactly. And you just tell them, by the way, hey, the money I gave you, what's the plan?
Have you done that before?
No. I've not had that awkward situation yet.
So ile trick yangu narudisha marudio.
Hiyo ilienda, Baraka.
Nyawera.
Yep.
What are some hills and valleys you've gone through as a friend?
Fetching much, Baraka. I don't know. I think a hill would be friends who stuck with me through a very dark time in my life, and a valley would be friends who left during a dark time.
Did they come back?
I didn't allow them back.
Oh, so you cut them off?
No, I tied the knot.
What's the difference between cutting them off and tying the knot as a way?
Tying the knot means you can still talk to me, but I'm not going to allow proximity. Like I won't go over and be. So let me give you a good example, Baraka. You and I, you can call me up and say, hey, Nyawira, are we able to meet? I'll say, yeah, let's meet.
In 3 weeks.
In 21 working days. But after that, I mean, there are people who will call and say, can we meet? And I'll be happy to say no.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely.
Do you struggle to say some of those things, like have these tough conversations?
I struggle. I do. I'll be honest. I do, because I also feel like, man, there were some good times. We should fix it. But I don't insist if it's not working.
Has someone rejected you as a friend?
Yes.
Who you wanted to be their
yes. Friend? Yeah. Are you gonna share your story? Are you gonna share your story about rejecting me as your friend? But has someone rejected me as a friend?
Who you wanted them to be your friend, and they're like, not about now, sis.
I don't think they have rejected yet. I think they are just not welcoming me into the space yet.
Do they know?
I don't know. Like, I don't tell them.
Honestly,
Hi, are we friends?
About Rachel? Who are you talking about?
If you're hearing this, Mama, just know that I want to be your friend.
No, like, but for real.
No, I think there's a lady I think we're talking about with another friend of mine, and we're like, man, we really enjoy her company, and I think she'd be great for us to be friends with. But I feel like it's not coming. It's not working. It's not working the way we want it to work. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give it time, and I know if it doesn't go the way I want, I'll be okay with that.
How do you deal with friends who, when you really wanted them to come through for you, maybe you're going through grief or going through something really hard,
Absolutely.
and they just simply couldn't show up? Now, there are those who chose not to show up.
That's right.
And there's those who are unable to show up.
Yes. Baraka, what do you define as showing up?
I think showing up, and let me give you an example. Let me give you a personal example. I lost an aunt of mine a couple of weeks ago, and
Pole.
and her children are now orphans, right?
Oh, sorry.
And when I saw, first I felt like I needed to go physically, like show up physically, and be there. But I remember it was a very tough week for myself as well.
Why was
had
it
a
tough?
lot going on.
Okay, you were busy.
I was extremely busy.
Okay.
Extremely busy.
Okay.
And so I remember showing up for one funeral meeting.
Okay.
But I was not able to show up for the funeral.
Okay.
And I felt very, very bad.
Okay.
Because I really wanted to, but I absolutely couldn't. But there's someone who on the same day for the funeral said, Moranga Nimbali. They were free, they had time, they had everything to do, but they chose not to. And it's sort of finance thing, eh?
Yeah.
They had the resources and everything. It was like, Moranga is just a bit far.
Yeah.
I'm not in that kind of, I don't want to take a trip today. So they chose not to.
Okay.
How do you deal with that kind of difference?
Let me act like the friend who has lost someone, and these two people did the same. In my eyes, it doesn't matter if you could or if you are not able to. You both didn't show up. All right. It wouldn't justify your absence, that you are busy, that there are things you can do. And I think that's a trick about our society today, is that showing up sometimes means physically, but it could also mean sending flowers, sending groceries, texting them, getting their car washed, helping them pay their nanny who's coming to help. You see, I think the trick here, Baraka, is that sometimes the curse of friendship is that we equate being physically present as being a good friend, and it doesn't mean the same thing. You could be around me and I'm irritated by the questions you're asking. You could be around me and you're offending me by the minute. I in my thinking, I perceive showing up as a bit different. And I think with grief it's a bit more personal. But with regard to other things in life, because I think friendship also is seen in happier times, like a wedding. You didn't come for my wedding and I invited you. Or you chose not to come for my wedding because you were busy.
Yeah.
Me inviting you means that you're of value to me. And I don't know if we're friends, then prioritize it. And I think that's a thing that you can't tell me you are busy. And I feel like sometimes I understand that you are, because I get you, but you're a busy man, you're a working man.
Okay,
You got it. You're a businessman, and with all these things in mind, Baraka, it's to tell you that I should be a priority. I'm not a by the way in our friendship.
You mentioned something there about your wedding, showing up for your wedding, and I thought for a minute, let's show up for that.
You
wedding.
did. You were working.
I was invited to come and work at that wedding, and congratulations, second anniversary now.
Second year, almost 2 months now.
And you've not killed him yet.
No. In fact, he's not killed me.
That's the miracle.
The most important
when he was walking down the aisle first, I was like, I don't know what this guy is getting himself into.
When I was walking down the aisle,
oh my gosh, like abort mission. But you're now more of a public figure than before, like when we met earlier.
Yeah.
Is it harder now to make friends? Do people want to be friends with Nyawera Gashugi, the brand, Misunderstood?
Got it.
Or do you just want to be friends with who I call Nyash?
No. You know, Baraka, one of the blessings I have is that I have people who are with me when I was nothing. There are people who are with me when I was not a public figure. People who are with me when I was just the dreamer. In the words of Moji, Nikiota kwa mtaa. You know, like people like those. And I'm so grateful that I have people like those. I have people who are extremely honest with me. And regardless of how high I climb or how low I go, they'll be honest with me. And I've kept those closer. Are people trying to be friends with me? Absolutely. But I'm also aware that I don't give the label friend to everybody. You can be around me and you can be acquainted, but you don't have to be my friend.
96.9 FM, Pearl Radio.